Buyer or seller? Who determines the market? We've all heard the real estate sayings, it's a seller's market, or the buyer is in control. But which one is it? As a buyer or seller in today's housing market, have you wondered who determines the market? Hi, I'm Lauren Roberts with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Seems like not a day goes by when we don't read or hear headlines on the housing market, whether it's in regards to mortgage rates, housing prices, or inventory. In fact, it can be quite confusing to either a buyer or a seller on who is in the driver's seat. So what data do real estate professionals analyze when looking at the market? It is the supply and demand and inventory. Typically when supply is low and buyer demand is high, it tends to be a seller's market. If there's an oversupply of listings, that can indicate a buyer's market. An oversupply of inventory shows demand has cooled, shifting the control to the buyer. To break it down further, as a real estate professional, we look at the absorption rate, specifically in an area. What so-called experts say in regards to the absorption rate is that there is less than a 5-month supply of homes available. It's a seller's market. A 5 to 7 month supply indicates a balanced market, and anything more than a 7-month supply means it's a buyer's market. However, I do not agree with this, as each area, neighborhood, city, and state is going to vary. For example, right now in my area, if something's on the market longer than even 45 days, it's probably a sign that the property is priced too high. So although experts have given their opinion on what traditionally is a buyer's or seller's market, it's really imperative that you consult a seasoned, experienced real estate expert to show you the local data. Let's look at what has been happening nationally. Nationally, we have been in more of a seller's market with lower inventory levels. According to Realtor.com, economic research analyst Hannah Jones, and I quote, "The market is still leaning towards a seller's market that has gained balance since COVID when the market was red hot. The last true buyer's market was in 2012 when housing inventory was a little over 7 months, meaning it's been 12 years since supply outweighed demand." Of course, this market is not a slam dunk for sellers. It is also challenging to be a seller. Most sellers hold a mortgage with a lower interest rate than today's rate. This means if they sell, they would be purchasing in a higher priced market. So although it is more favorable to be a seller in today's market, sellers, like buyers, face higher rates and home prices too. In fact, experts say that the market feels more like a limbo market, where both buyer and sellers feel conflicted about the overall economy. But either way, don't give up, as owning real estate is still the #1 way to build your net worth over time. If you would like more information on the current inventory in our local area, home prices, days on market, please reach out to me today. We can help you prepare your home for the market and get the best possible return on your investment. This is Lauren Roberts, your modern realtor here at The Coast.